Now a live look, though, at Capitol Hill this Friday afternoon. There is no timeline for announcing a new Speaker of the House, but we do know this. House GOP will be meeting Monday evening, and Donald Trump says he may even return to the halls of Congress next week as well. Today, his choice for Speaker, Jim Jordan, chair of the Judiciary Committee. On Truth Social, Trump writes, Jim Jordan has been a star long before making his very successful journey to Washington, D.C., representing Ohio's 4th Congressional District. He will be a great Speaker of the House and has my complete and total endorsement. House Republican, again, after Monday evening, will hold then a closed-door candidate forum on Tuesday to discuss potential nominees, other names that are being floated, and then they'll return Wednesday for that expected Speaker vote. But if Republicans struggle to reach an agreement on a replacement for McCarthy, well, Trump says he'd also accept a short-term role as a Speaker if necessary to unite the Republican Party, he says. He says he would fill the role for a 30, 60, or 90-day period. What do you think about that, folks? Also at this hour, only 2 Republicans have entered the race for Speaker. It is Jim Jordan and also Louisiana's Steve Scalise. But now with Trump's endorsement, will this influence the race? Let's get out to congressional correspondent Kilmeny Ducart, who is live with more on that and also the historic few days ahead for us all. Kilmeny.
Now, Bianca, good afternoon and good to be with you. That is the key question, is what power does that endorsement of the former president for Jim Jordan have on the rest of the House GOP conference? But on Monday night, both the House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan and the Republican House Majority Leader Steve Scalise will have an opportunity. They represent 2 very different factions of their party, but they'll have an opportunity on Monday in a televised debate closed to the press to make their case for who would be the best person to unify House Republicans. Now, as you mentioned, there's no indication right now of whether you have Jordan or Scalise pulling ahead. Despite a lot of these public endorsements, Congressman Kevin Hern still in the running here, though, even though he has not officially announced. And former President Trump, who was reportedly mulling over meeting with House Republicans here on Capitol Hill, released this statement on social media endorsing Jordan, saying he's strong on crime, borders, our military vets, and Second Amendment. He has my total and complete endorsement. Now, it's unclear, as we spoke about, what impact that will have, but 2 more House Republicans have come out on social media to throw their weight behind the Ohio lawmaker. That is Florida Congressman Byron Donalds announcing his full support for Jordan, and also Congressman Corey Mills joining him earlier this morning, saying Jim is a constitutionally principled and fiscally responsible leader. Jim has been a longtime friend for many years. He's the right person to lead this 118th Congress. But there still appears to be quite a wide swath of support from moderates. Here's what we heard from Republican Congressman Tony Gonzalez.
I think the American public are demanding that we need to get our act together. We need to bring this country together, and Steve Scalise is exactly the unifier that we need in the Republican Party. He's proven it. As Majority Whip, he's time and time again delivered 218 votes to get us back on track. It's the reason why I've supported him.
Yeah, and that is going to be the difficult task in reaching that 218, that magic number, Bianca, that we saw was so difficult earlier this year with the former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. But we know that, again, that Monday televised debate is going to be happening with the GOP. Tuesday, they'll have that candidate forum behind closed doors. We're also expecting Democrats to formally nominate Hakeem Jeffries, their Democratic House Minority Leader, to be the Speaker of the House on Tuesday night. Wednesday, another probably closed-door conference meeting. No guarantee whether we'll see that House floor vote again on Wednesday.
And a possible visit by Donald Trump. So we are watching things very closely. Kilmeny Ducart, good to see you. Thank you. Joining us now is former New York City Police Commissioner Bernie Kerik to talk about this and some other things happening down in Georgia. Bernie, always great to see you. Welcome in.
Thank you.
I want to get your reaction to Trump's endorsement of Jim Jordan. Obviously, a lot of people would welcome that, but he's also, chair of the very important Judiciary Committee where there is an impeachment inquiry ongoing. So how do you think if Jordan was to get the Speaker that could be impacted?
Well, I don't think it'll be impacted. I think the members of the Judiciary Committee, I think they know what they're doing. They've been following his lead. If he took over as Speaker, personally, I like Scalise. I think they could both do the job, but you have to, as an outsider, somebody that watches this, Jim Jordan has done a phenomenal job at investigating and outlining things that have been major problems within Congress and within government itself. I personally like him. I would like to see him get the job.
Well, obviously, Trump said he's willing to step in for 30 to 60 days. Not sure how likely that would be, but the media would go wild with that, and the Democrats, wouldn't they, Bernie?
Yeah, I honestly, Bianca, I think the president, I think that would be a bad move for him. I honestly do. I think he's got to focus on these persecutions, if you will. Some of these people are looking at putting him in prison. There is nothing more serious than the deprivation of your freedom and liberty, and I think this is something he's got to focus on at all costs.
Well said. Let's talk about.
He should get distracted.
Let's talk about Fulton County for a moment. Bernie, we know that Fani Willis issued a subpoena to you and is asking you to testify as a government witness now with Kenneth Chesborough and Sidney Powell. Powell just yesterday lost her request to dismiss her case on claims of prosecutorial misconduct by Willis. How will you respond to the subpoena?
Well, my attorney's already responded and spoken to the district attorney for Miss Willis. The bottom line is, they identified me as a co-conspirator, an unidentified co-conspirator. It's sort of logically, it doesn't make any sense for any competent prosecutor to identify somebody as a co-conspirator and then send them a subpoena to testify as the state's witness. I'd be insane to do that. That's not going to happen. So they would either have to give me immunity. We didn't ask for immunity, but they'd have to give it to me, or they'd have to pull me out of that indictment as a co-conspirator. Otherwise, I'd be crazy to walk in and testify. Not that I think I could help their case. And I can tell you, I've testified before the January 6th committee. I've testified before, or I've been interviewed by the special counsel. I've done a number of interviews and depositions for other cases. Nothing I would say would do anything but exculpate President Trump and Giuliani. So I don't know what they're thinking.
Well, a lot of people don't know what they're thinking down there with some of these moves. Bernie, Kerik, a pleasure to see you. Enjoy the rest of your Friday, and thank you for the update there on that subpoena. It's good to have you in today.
Thanks, Bianca.
Thank you.